This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Well, it's a good thing that we were warned. Good thing we were warned at the beginning of the week where Jeremy walked in here and he told us, don't let the Miami Heat win both games this week. If they won both games this week, that would be a 5-game winning streak, all right? If they won both games this week, they'd have been sitting 6 games over 500. Season best is 7 games over 500. Don't let us win both games this week. And it's a good thing you warned us, Jeremy, because they did not.
You're welcome. I was prescient.
The league took notice and sent out its best in the form of Milwaukee and Philadelphia to make sure the mission was carried out.
But so who is the one that heeded Tashay's counsel and got in the way of the Heat winning 2 in a row? It's somebody in this room, I assume. Is it Zaslow? Is he the responsible party?
No, I mean, I was on board, you know. I told you the other day, I get sucked in momentarily with this Heat team where you know, they're looking good to me. I like watching Jaime Jaquez, and I like watching Kella Ware and Kasparis Jakachunas and Pella Larson. I can get into this team. And then they get smoked in the fourth quarter against a bad Milwaukee team. And then last night, they stunk last night. They stunk last night.
They stunk in the first half. The second half was a close game. It was nip and tuck. It was back and forth. And then I thought Spo just stuck with a lineup that wasn't great for a little too long in the fourth.
Yep.
And that's when Philly made its move. And then at the end, when you needed to make every shot and have them not make shots, that didn't happen, right? And the biggest shot, of course, well, the big play was the Maxey layup where Adam Bona's
just
cosplaying
like
as Larry Allen.
Offensive lineman just
shoving
shoving everybody
people
out of the way. No call.
No call on that. But then the big shot was Embiid hit the shot, and you got to give him credit. Look, respect. The guy hit a big 3.
I don't respect.
You don't respect it?
He's been playing great the last 10, 15, 20 games. He's playing really, really well.
They're good. That's why you guys say, oh, and then he lost to Philly. Like, Philly's a good team.
And really good when they have Embiid.
Well, what does that mean, good team? Like, they're going to get to the playoffs. You think they're going to win a series?
Well, they're 21-12 when they have Embiid.
Okay, answer my question, though. You think they're going to win a series in the playoffs?
Well,
maybe.
Because the odds are they're going to be injured. That's why we're saying no. But if
Whoa,
you
Tony,
told me,
get off that ledge, dude.
I said maybe.
If you told me they were healthy, I'd say yes. I think they could win a series. They could win 2 series. They could win the East.
Who's the best bet besides the Celtics to get to the finals?
From the East?
Because as we've discussed all week long now, there is a reason. With
You
Jason
can put the
Tatum's
mic
return.
where you can just not have to make your face awkward.
No, I just like to move it around. It gives me gravitas to move it wherever I'm going.
It's a power move.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Zaz and
Grab the
Amin so
mic.
close
No,
to each other.
Zaslow's got the power move. You know, he has a
smell
weird
good
move.
today.
He rests his
Amin's
arm
sitting on your
atop
shoulders.
his coffee. Has
Why
anybody
are you
else?
taking my coffee?
Because I want to
put your
model
elbow?
your behavior. It's at my elbow. It's not dirty. Zaslow uses his own coffee thing.
I do.
As to prop up his elbow. That's a power move.
I do.
Look how cash I am, everybody. We've discussed that the Celtics with trying to reintegrate Jason Tatum. I think it's a little overstated how hard it's going to be for that team that is pretty ripe. But if it's not the Celtics, who is it?
I mean, people are not going to like this answer. It's the Knicks. The Knicks are the most complete team.
They give
The
you so much
Knickerbockers?
reason not to believe during the regular season.
Yeah, of
but they
course.
did that last year, too.
They did that last year. They got their heads beat in by the Celtics every time they saw them. And then when they saw them in the playoffs, a lot of people are going to revisionist history say Tatum got hurt. Tatum got hurt after it was over. It was like, this is
At
it.
the end of about to go down 3-1.
Put him in the dirt. Yeah, it was like put him in the dirt time. And so I think the Knicks have it all. Their thing is just, hey, can we consistently defend when we have both Towns and Brunson on the floor at the same time? Can Towns really step up? Those are the question marks, but it's like scoring, they've got scoring. Clutch scoring, they've got it. Rebounding, they've got it. Defense on the wings, they've got it. They've got everything. There's nothing that they lack, right? In a way that I could say Detroit doesn't have shooting. In a way that I could say, well, I mean, against Cleveland now with Harden.
Cleveland's
I could say that too,
interesting.
yeah.
It's just not going to be Detroit. We can eliminate them because, as we've also discussed, the NBA is progressive. Its postseasons are in the sense that you do not come out of nowhere, make the postseason, and make a deep.
Well, they
playoff
got their
run.
small taste.
They get the taste last year. Now they win a round or maybe even
maybe
two.
conference finals.
They're not going to the finals, so we can eliminate them as well.
The thing that the thing that concerns me about Detroit, because I think Detroit's great, but the thing that concerns me about Detroit is a little bit of what we saw earlier in the week when they played, I think it was San Antonio, right? And they lost the game, but not just lost the game where Cunningham was 5 of 26. And what's it going to look like when we get to the playoffs and the other team you're playing in a 7-game series is going to hone in on you on a nightly basis, that being Cade Cunningham? Are you going to be able to find a way to still have great offensive nights?
I mean, it's going to be tough, right? Because if you get the double, denying him on the ball, returning that back way, you have Jalen Duren, who's a monster down low. Like
I looked him up.
He's incredible.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Yeah, he's good. You told me to look him up, and I did, and he's good.
Jalen Duren could be the key to unlocking if he can reach that potential in the playoffs and he can play the way that he's playing, double machine, maybe sprinkle in a 20 and 15 game here and there. Like, that's a team that can throw it back to the old school 2004 Pistons and like really be a problem for teams that want to run and gun.
Because outside of Cade, I mean, like, there's not a ton of offense on that team.
It's not even. It's just no creation, right? It's no creation. It's no guy that. If Cade is getting doubled and he throws it out, now this guy is attacking 4-on-3 and can make stuff happen. There's no guy that when Cade sits, I can run the offense. I can do this. I mean, like, yeah, Dennis Jenkins and Karis, but it's like these are not.
Karis LeVert can get a bucket.
Yeah, but it's not enough to carry a team offense. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about if I take Cade off the table, which is what a playoff team will do.
That's what I'm talking about.
A good playoff team is going to take him off the table, and at that point, it's on someone else to make it hurt so bad that the defense goes back to, all right, let's let Cade get a couple. We'd rather that than hemorrhaging over here 4-on-3 or whatever it is. They don't really have that guy. And if they have that guy, I don't have him as being experienced enough to, because a lot of his decision-making.
Duncan Robinson has plenty of experience.
Sure.
And you want to trust him in the playoffs. You certainly want to.
You want to.
Big shot, Duncan.
I'm not letting you skate, though, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's so
I'm
happy.
not letting you get out of this. That's right. I haven't forgotten. No one in here has
Oh, you
forgotten.
said skate. Those Panthers, huh?
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get to that beatdown.
That was a big dub.
Don't
Took
dub,
that
right?
ass. Big
Don't
dub.
took that ass last
Roy,
night.
what'd you think about
Don't
that?
deflect. No, Roy, don't take the bait. You're going to fall for the rope-a-dope. You're too smart for that. We're not getting to that yet. All right.
Yeah, I'll wait on it.
Jeremy started the week. Don't let the Miami Heat win these games this week. And after we're feeling good about this team, post-All-Star break, a 3-game win streak, they lay a turd burger the other night, and they lay another turd burger tonight.
Wouldn't call last night.
And
turd burger.
it is a turd
It's not a
burger.
turd burger.
It
It is.
a loss.
They took the lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. They didn't score again.
They were down 18.
All right.
They came back from
Win the
down
game.
18 in the second half, and
Win
then
the
we're up by
game.
1 with 2 minutes left.
That's right.
And their
And didn't
guys
score
made shots
again.
at home.
Win the game. Talking to me like this Philadelphia team's any good. Here's Bam Adebayo. Listen to Bam. Take it from Bam.
He's frustrated.
Here's Bam.
As he should be.
After the game last night, as the Miami Heat lose both the games that Jeremy warned everyone not to let the Heat win.
I said don't let them win because I would become annoying.
Like
Now
I
you're
said,
saved.
and Bam
But they lost and you're
We
still
accomplished nothing.
I don't know what you're talking
is
about.
very frustrated.
We didn't play hard enough.
Effort was the issue in the first half. I feel like.
Yeah.
So what changed in the second half for you guys?
So we played harder. I mean, obviously, you see the energy shift when we're playing harder, we're diving on the floor, and making multiple efforts.
This was a big game, a lot of some stakes to it in the standings. How do you kind of explain that effort was an issue just in the early on in the first half? The game was some importance.
Didn't play hard enough, bro. I mean, I don't know how to explain effort. I don't want to be more. We're better than being in the play-in for the last 4 years.
See, that's the part I'll disagree with. If you're in that spot 4 straight years, I don't know that you're actually better than it.
That's who you are. And it seems like
It's not 1 year, it's 4 years.
just from his tone, it seems like that's starting to wash over him. Thank God I got the raise as a part of this package as well. Because I paid for this Miami Heat season.
Oh,
way
when
too
did
late.
you
I
take
did that?
the plunge?
I wanted to believe. I saw the Norm Powell thing.
Was it when Jeremy said at the beginning of the week not to let the Heat win both games?
No. I did it like a couple months into the season. I'm like, at a certain point, the Miami
so it's
Hurricanes
your
football
fault.
season will end, and I'll need another distraction to get me to the next Miami Hurricanes football season, or at the very least,
Did it
this
serve
spring.
its purpose?
No, I've seen 3 games, all of which Jeremy's been on the broadcast, and I haven't seen a single dub yet.
I feel like it's been a really long time. I don't have it in front of me. I feel like it's been a really long time since the Heat have beaten a team that's like good.
Yeah.
How's Jeremy doing?
Hate being right about this. Hey, going back to the NBA,
I'm really good.
I'm super in.
Back to the NBA. We're on the NBA.
Yeah, but to the rest of the NBA and teams that actually matter. You mentioned
Yeah,
Cleveland.
let's do that.
The acquisition of James Harden. Can I walk back my initial James Harden legacy takes? Because I actually think he's going to make a huge impact for this team. And it's because Garland wasn't giving them anything. So they just essentially
they added James Harden for nothing.
Yeah, and they did so with the intention of we need somebody to help us get over the Knicks. Now, I only got a 1-game sample. And James Harden did hurt his thumb. He intends to play through that.
He's questionable for tonight.
So James Harden seems to have been a really big-time acquisition for the Cleveland Cavs, and I kind of believe.
Well, didn't he just break his hand?
I know what I'm saying.
Thumb, though.
I'm coupling Cleveland and James Harden. Two irresistible forces are colliding that can't do anything in the playoffs, famously. They can't get over the
You're
hump.
on a hot streak, Mike. Bet on the Leafs to win the Cup while you're at it, man. Why is James Harden suddenly, at whatever age he is, going to turn his entire career around and disprove all of it?
It's crazy enough that I think
Because he's got better guys around him.
But also, you say
He's been on a lot of real good teams.
Well, can I outsource
they were
my
really
argument?
good because of him.
I'm going to outsource my argument to Amin El-Hass and why this is crazy enough that it just might work.
a friend.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, he's been on a lot of really good teams. Because of him. They were good teams because of him, not because he joined a team already in progress that was good.
The Sixers were good because of James Harden.
The Sixers were good because when they were healthy, they were good.
I think
what
he got you
happened
there.
was nobody was healthy. Nobody was healthy, right? And so James Harden, his last playoff run with the Sixers, he was incredible until the last game. You know what people didn't ask about? Joel Embiid not being so great in that series. They don't talk about that because he's a lightning rod, Harden is. If you look at the best teams he was on, where this Houston Rockets team, was 100% because of him. And so he's coming to the situation, and he said at his age, I would accept that if there were signs of deterioration. He's playing great. He's been playing great when he was with the Clippers. He's playing great as a Cav, but now he's being asked to do less than he probably was with the Clippers or even the Sixers before that. It's a much
Maybe that
easier
is
role.
the trick. You're right. He doesn't have to carry the load.
Really quick, the last good team the Miami Heat beat was January 17th.
Wow.
Where they beat the Thunder 122-120.
That was a great game.
Yeah, like this past 3-game win streak for the Heat. They
Been a
beat
month
the
and a half.
Pelicans, the Hawks, and the Grizzlies.
They've got 7 of their next 8 at home, and it's so funny because they've lost some of these games that are so frustrating, right?
Yeah.
You're terrible in Milwaukee against Milwaukee, and yet you at different times of the year you beat the Thunder, you beat the Pistons, and you wonder what the team looks like at their upside, and then they have games like this where you get frustrated because you go and have such an opportunity this week to go get 2 on the road, put yourself in a good position, and you don't. It's the reason why Bam is so frustrated. It's the reason why Eric Spoelstra is saying to embrace the privilege of the pressure. But what it is now you got 7 of 8 at home, and a bunch of them are against bad teams. So if you don't take advantage now,
Who they got tomorrow?
they've got on Sunday they've got the Rockets.
Oh, okay.
And then but then after that it's Brooklyn twice. I think they have. They'll go to Charlotte, which is going to be actually a tougher game. But then there's Washington in there. They're going to face teams that matter
twice.
here in the standings
the
because they'll play Orlando in a week too. So there's all these teams that they're sitting right around. They'll get the struggling Lakers at some point. Hey, at least right now, if you're a Heat fan, you're not a Lakers fan because you don't have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and you're flailing.
They lost at the buzzer last night.
Flailing.
Can I tell?
Folks, listen up. Quick break in the action. Are you counting down the days until payday? Instacash from Moneyline can help you access up to $500 of your hard-earned pay early. There's no interest, no credit check, and no monthly fees. So you can manage those in-between expenses with less stress. Download the Moneyline app and link your qualifying bank account to see what you qualify for. Moneyline. Make money easy. Instacash is subject to terms and eligibility requirements. Expedited delivery requires a turbo fee. See Moneyline.com.
It is time to talk to you kind folks about one of our best partners, one of our longest tenured partners, Miller Lite. You know, we've been with Miller Lite for about half of their illustrious existence, and I couldn't be more grateful.
We often ask you to support those who support us.
So the other day, I was fully in stay-at-home mode, had the left turns on, relaxing on the couch, long day, sweatpants, remote in hand, already planning which sporting event I was going to flip to next. Then a friend texted me, nothing big, hey, why don't we just have a small hang? And I said, come on over, pal. I got the Miller Lights on deck. I put out a bucket filled with ice cold, beautiful white cans of Miller Lite, and we had ourselves a Sunday. Next thing you know, the race is tight. Everybody's yelling at the TV. We're toasting our beers, and we look at each other. We take a sip, and we know that we made the right call. Cheers to legendary moments with Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
DraftKings Sportsbook puts you in the middle of basketball's biggest star-driven moments. Bet player props, bet live, and when a game turns fast, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player gets injured anytime in the first half, your bet stays alive. And once it settles, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DAN. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's with code DAN. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Don Le Batard.
Our Panther group chat, we're confident against the Lightning. This is a different team.
Yeah. You're a Panther group chat, though.
No, I think no, but dude, you're so wrong on that. We've been terrified of this team forever, and I think there's a different energy where the Panthers, they want the Lightning.
Stugotz.
I want T-shirts made for this Panther run. What could be this Panther run? Our Panther group chat, we're not afraid of the Lightning.
That's a tagline for World War 3.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Can I tell you about the Lakers real quick?
Tell me about the Lakers.
I know we talked about it yesterday where they're not going to win a series. They're not going to win a first-round series. I'm amending what I just said there.
Mm-hmm.
They won't win a playoff game.
Oh, they're going to get swept?
Yep. They won't win a playoff game.
I think it depends on who they play. I don't know if you could just outright say that against any
okay,
opponent.
well, right now, they're 6th in the West.
Which means they'll play the 3.
Which means they would play Houston. Maybe it's Denver.
They can win games against Houston.
I think they're going to win 0 playoff games this year.
If it's Denver, they're getting swept. I'm with you on that. If it's Houston, I think they can win a couple games. If it's San Antonio, by the way, for that matter, I think they can win a couple
I think Luka can have a 50-burger in there and lead them to a victory.
Yeah, like
I mean,
I'm not
41 last night, they still didn't win.
At the buzzer, though.
Dude, did you see Clint Capella with the clapback? I was so proud of him, right? Because I'm like, how do you respond to something like this? Do you do the usual thing, like, let's compare resumes?
Oh, it's meant as an insult to Clint Capella,
for sure. But I'm like, how's Capella going to respond? So if you don't know,
I would think Capella would be
Let's set it up. Hold on,
annoyed.
let's set it up. The report from Dave McMenamin the other night is that DeAndre Ayton was yelling, they're trying to turn me into Clint Capella, right? And yes, as Zaz says, that's absolutely meant as a derogatory statement. Like, I'm this, and you're trying to make me into this. It's way
even though there's
beneath me.
no evidence of him being this.
Yeah. Or even being higher than Capella in terms of career achievement.
Right. If you have the Lakers right now, would you roll the dice on what you think DeAndre Ayton could be, or would you take Clint Capella?
Prime Clint Capella. It's not just the Lakers. It's 30 NBA teams would say that, and probably a bunch of G League teams, and probably a bunch of international teams as well. Now, this arrives on Clint Capella's doorstep. Of course, you can't avoid it. Something like that is said. The media, social media is going to come to you. And so I was wondering, how do you respond? Do you do the resume thing? Do you talk about, hey, man, and he hit him with the most, it's like simultaneously high road and got him right between the eyes. He says, you got 2 of the best floor generals in the league. Lock in. And it's like, it's perfect. It's like, yo, this is the place of privilege you live in. You should be more focused on that than what little old me is doing, or what little old me has done. It's awesome. I loved it. It's awesome.
I don't think they'll win a single game.
You guys are like, nah.
I don't think they're going to win a single playoff game this
I don't
year.
think so.
The best part about Ayton is in that report wasn't the Clint Capella thing.
There's so much in that story.
It was DA's crunk juice.
Yeah.
You know that crunk juice?
I'm all about that crunk juice.
That apparently,
I know you are.
According to McMenamin, the Lakers training staff wraps Ayton's water bottle and has it say DA's crunk juice. Drink this to unleash the beast, to keep him motivated. So I've got JT's crunk juice right here.
It's like
it's a nice latte.
It's like a little bit of what's it called? Space Jam.
Mike's secret stuff.
Yeah, cocaine.
By the way,
I didn't know what you were doing with your.
By the way, that crunk juice led to 2 points and 4 rebounds.
Dominating.
I like that Zaslow showed up. He's like, why fix what ain't broke? I'm wearing the hat backwards to close out the week. And then he also makes a statement calling back to where we've been the last couple of days. You want to talk about best American band? Metallica. A lot of people hit me up about that was a major omission collectively to not throw out Metallica. They don't make my list, but I guess they're worthy of consideration, right?
The gold standard, which we should have spent more time on, the Eagles. I think with some time to reflect on it, we probably should.
I do want to get to that
a little bit more. Just like Metallica, they were just casually mentioned. Metallica can lay claim to best American band. You mentioned the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, I did.
No, number one, flatly no.
Yeah.
No, the band.
They're basically
the band
just
that
on the metal
dominated
stand.
summer touring for half a century.
They're
reject
on-
them.
they're- I reject them. You know who also draws a bunch? Fish. Fish also draws a bunch. No one's confusing them for the best ever. Yeah, Shakedown Street, great song.
Shakedown Street.
Awesome little ditty. The rest of them, just one big
Their
song.
disco years.
They're not even silver or gold medalists in the Bay Area.
You know about that Sugar Magnolia?
It's like Green Day and Metallica can take the Bay
I was
Area.
surprised that Green Day didn't come up.
Green Day. You're what you're throwing out here. Mike Ryan.
Better band.
Year of the Lord 2026.
Yes.
Green Day over the Grateful Dead.
Way better.
I like Green Day a lot. They are not comparable to the Grateful Dead in terms
In
of
what
influence.
sense?
In terms of influence, yes.
What are you talking about?
Dominating for decades and
Influence Trey
decades.
Anastasio. What are you talking about?
Wait a second. Influence? You know how many sound-alikes came off of Green Day?
Literally every band that
Sound-alikes
spawned
off
after.
of Green Day.
That-
Pop punk? I mean,
Yes.
what are we talking
Yes.
about?
Which
Yeah.
dominated
You think
the era.
they established pop punk
Influence
for
is
the
influence.
world?
It's not about establishing. It's like when people start doing this, they're like, well, what got you into it? Like, oh, Green Day. That's the idea. It's not like you have, like, it's the same thing with Michael Jackson. You say, you think Michael Jackson was what about James Brown? Like, those guys were
I
all
think your
incredible.
chronology is all out of whack,
no.
fellas. The Green Day does not emerge
not about chronology.
in a vacuum. The Seattle thing is already happening. Is Green
Dave,
Day
you know about
actually not true.
Dave, you know about that Dookie?
I know about Dookie. When does Dookie happen?
Green Day and Nirvana both had their first hits happen at the same
Early
time.
nine-
Early
around
90s,
90.
91. Same time
Okay.
as the Red Hot Chili Peppers, for that matter.
Okay, so that's
also-
Same year.
Red Hot Chili Peppers also deserve
On the
acclaim.
list, absolutely.
so. What you're describing is a wave of sound winning, of adjacent sounds kind of all emerging at once. In other words, Green Day was not a trailblazer.
We
in that
all
regard.
we all stand on the shoulders of giants. You don't have to trailblaze.
Listen to Kareem over there.
If I influence millions of people to follow me, even if I ripped off my act from one guy that nobody heard of.
I'm not down on being derivative. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you're holding up Green Day as a massive influence,
it is
for
Feels
the
like our
next
cars are in
generation.
different
I think
garages
you're
right
taking
now.
it too far.
I don't want to park my car in your garage.
What garage are you in?
Done.
He's outside. He doesn't
Well,
even
I
have a garage. It's a
also
carport.
what we failed to mention is, and I don't know how you separate the two, so I'm just entering them as one band. Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd. That is in the conversation for
in the
best
conversation, or if you went 1-2 great American bands, you're going.
I think you got to enter them. No, as one. They count on one line together.
But you're talking about them at the very top.
It still is R.E.M. number one.
It's never been R.E.M.
You can argue that all you want.
Who are they
R.E.M. is
influenced?
It's all right, Tez. You're right.
Who have they,
Just let him do his
Yes,
thing.
who have they influenced?
Yesterday-
Who are they?
It's available. Listen,
Yesterday you
you
tried to
guys
give
say it
credit.
into a microphone. Then people listen on the other end and they go, boy, Amin is right. They really didn't influence anybody. And then you go online and you can look up a wealth of quotes from Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder that I started to tell you yesterday. They cite R.E.M. as their influence.
Your point yesterday was that
they are influential.
College radio. That was your point yesterday.
No.
Yes.
I also mentioned by name Kurt Cobain and Eddie Vedder, and I should throw in Tom York of Radio.
Where's Kurt Cobain now?
Oh, man.
Too soon?
I mean, plenty of people cite Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen as influences.
Three of the biggest bands that were in the last 40 years cite R.E.M. as their influence, and that's not influencing them. What are you talking about?
Everybody cites Bob Dylan, and Bob Dylan sucks.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Because it is the crux of your argument is that they inspired so many people. They were this influential band.
So
Bob Dylan influenced many, and he sucks.
So is that what you're putting that R.E.M. on Bob Dylan's level?
I like R.E.M. more than I like Bob Dylan because Bob Dylan sucks.
Totally.
I mean, Bob, I'm not going to fight you on Bob. I'm not wild for Bob Dylan.
Tough crowd.
But what I have said, I don't think you were here, Mike. We did talk about the Eagles, and by the way, it's properly Eagles, not the Eagles. It's like
we did.
Talking Heads.
Really?
Also, they are, to me, the classic. They are the personification of a system band. Just as you have a system QB, Alex Smith doesn't work in every NFL environment, but if you get him in the right spot, boy, does he sing. Same thing goes with the Eagles.
See?
System of a Down.
I think in a sentence you can say it, right?
Golden hour in Southern California, driving around, that's your soundtrack.
Hey, System of a Down had an opportunity, but they went away. Just like Rage had an opportunity. Where's Rage when you need them most?
Just like Nirvana had an opportunity, then they went away.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, I mean,
come on. You're asking the right
twice
questions.
now.
That's twice.
You're asking the right declassified the files.
What about Imagine Dragons?
Oh my God! That was
What about Nickelback? I wanted that.
That was a joke. Okay,
Nickelback's
Canadian.
That's Canadian.
It's a shame because they'd be there too.
Here's like the real mind bender. What do we do with Fleetwood Mac?
They're not eligible.
Wait,
why not?
Why not?
Well, they're great.
Stevie and Lindsay. I mean,
that's the two names.
Basically, everybody's American except for the dude that the band's named after.
Where did they record their first album?
Is that how you do it?
It's got to be Cali.
I think it counts.
Where you recorded your first album?
Yeah.
That sounds like such a weird prereq.
I do think you can be an American band with members that aren't exclusively American. As long as you're based in the U.S.
The band is named after Mick Fleetwood, who is not American. They're not an American band.
Then why weren't they called Fleetwood Mick?
Jeremy would hate that band.
Look, for me, obviously, I have Pearl Jam very, very close to the very top. Metallica also has to be mentioned. We're talking about a band here who is still at the peak of their powers over 40 years after they started.
What does peak of their powers mean?
They still tour the world and sell out stadiums.
Who did R.E.M. influence is the craziest question to ask, rhetorically or otherwise, when I can tell you who they are, and then Mike Ryan's response is like, nah. I mean, who are they?
I know who
Who's
R.E.M.
Nirvana
influenced.
and Pearl Jam and Radiohead. Who are they?
Here's who R.E.M.
Three of the biggest bands we've seen. What are you talking about?
R.E.M. influenced Matchbox 20. They influenced Train.
Now we're talking.
They influenced Gin Blossoms. They influenced every soft
And
rock.
Pearl
One
Jam-
Republic loves R.E.M.
Pearl Jam yielded Creed. Are we supposed to hold that against them?
Are you saying that as an insult, brother? Because you're off base.
All right.
America leads the world in medicine development. It matters. We get new medicines first, nearly 3 years faster. 5 million Americans go to work because we make medicines here at home. And not relying on other countries keeps us safe. But China is racing to overtake us. Will we let them, or will we choose to stay ahead? When America leads, America cures. Let's tell Washington to keep us in the lead.
Learn how at americacures.com. Paid for by pharma.
Your little one grew 3 inches overnight. Adorable. Also, expensive. Sell their pint-sized pieces on Depop and list them in minutes with no selling fees. Because somewhere, a dad refuses to pay full price for the clothes his kids will outgrow tomorrow. And he's ready to buy your son's entire wardrobe right now. Consider your future growth spurt budget secured. Start selling on Depop, where taste recognizes taste. Payment processing fees and boosting fees still apply. See website for details.
Don Batard.
I've never stepped foot on that campus. If you told me right now your life depends on it, go to Santa Fe University and just take a picture.
Stugotz.
I would die. I don't know where it is.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I'm talking to the wrong crowd, I think.
Yeah, you're talking. You should be talking to a crowd that hasn't heard of Mariah Carey. Apparently, I still haven't gone over that.
One of the worst takes is Ethan said Foo Fighters.
Oh my God!
Like Dave Grohl's third best band cannot be the biggest American band.
Ethan tried to tell me last night that Foo Fighters was way bigger than both Green Day and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
He's an insane person.
I said, "What are you talking in terms of what?" He's like, "In terms of sales." I said, "What's their biggest song?" And he's like, "Oh, My Lord," or whatever. It's like, all right, let's look up the charts. They were like 4th on the Billboard Hot Rock chart or Modern Rock chart. I said, okay, let me pull up Green Day. I don't even know if their biggest song, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I said, you see these lists of ones here? Every single chart imaginable. How do you even arrive at a point where you think Foo Fighters is a bigger act? And I'm not saying like you might like them better. It's all good. Preference is preference. But
that's right. We're not talking. I'm not trying. The goal here isn't to
my favorite
show
band.
your hipster bona fides. Right.
It's about
to deep dive it.
What's the biggest
influence?
Seems
R.E.M.
like that's
is
what
not
you're doing though.
R.E.M. is not my favorite band of all time.
Shut up! You love those guys.
Cape up for them.
They're your favorite. They're your absolute favorite. Where would the Freight be without R.E.M.?
Oh my God!
I mean, come on. It's the greatest album of all time is OK Computer. I love Radiohead. Led Zeppelin is probably number 1 of all time, but R.E.M.'s in my top 4 or 5 bands ever.
I just imagine Dave Dameshek, sophomore in college in Indiana, with his like big ass Walkman, the Discman that you can't.
1971.
Yeah, it's a Walkman.
It's a Walkman. Yeah, it's with the orange
shock absorber,
the orange foam on the earbuds or the headphones.
Yep.
And then it's the yellow Walkman, the sport Walkman. Remember those?
Oh yeah,
Yellow?
it get a little bit wet.
Yeah,
all right.
it can get a little wet. You put your cassette in, your REM cassette in, shiny happy people, and just kind of walking down campus.
Shame on you. So the worst song by a band that has a catalog that runs for days. I have to hold that against them.
They could not hold
because I can find some bad Beatles songs too.
BC Boys way better than R.E.M. BC Boys way better.
I
evolved their sound.
I went to see both of them more than once. I've seen all these bands we're talking about live, by the way. But how old am I?
You saw Led Zeppelin?
I saw Smashing Pumpkins open for Nirvana. I saw Rage Against the Machine many times. I've seen Tribe many times. Johnny Cash.
Tribe Called Quest?
The best live band I've ever seen, Fishbone. You ever catch Fishbone in their
Jesus
prime?
Christ.
You've clearly never seen
never heard of
band.
that.
You've never heard of Fishbone?
I don't know what that is. I had to look up REM.
I'll be honest with you. Now I'm beginning to realize Dave was probably the senior in my dorm when I was a freshman at Georgia Tech, because I know exactly. I'm not you.
How much weed did you buy from Dave?
Rambling wreck from Georgia Tech.
Don't try to win me over.
Engineer. I thought I could get you back in the garage.
Going back to Green Day, they have the most impactful rock album of this century.
Yes.
Like, if you have the most impactful rock album of the century in which you exist, you've got to be in the top 5 at the very least.
I can say things out loud.
They do.
It doesn't make them true.
100% of any band. Like American Idiot.
Based on what? Based on what?
We're about to say the
Based
Monkees.
off of
American
sales, political influence, all of
Grammy
it.
Awards, recognition. It spawned a musical. I mean, I'm not the biggest Green Day guy. I like the band, but even I can acknowledge that Jeremy's making really good points.
I'm also
here.
surprised the Beach Boys haven't come up.
Beach Boys are a great one, and that is a quintessential American sound.
Yeah.
I want Dave to go down the path that he stopped right there, where he was about to say something about the Monkees as a band.
I was not going to say
Cody over here. Huh?
Hey, we're the Monkees, baby.
How come if we're talking all-time great American bands, which is a conversation that goes back to yesterday,
Ramones, by the way.
You got to mention Aerosmith at some point.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Aerosmith was mentioned at some point yesterday.
I
mentioned it.
And Aerosmith have had like one of the more fascinating career trajectories ever, because they were essentially a one-hit wonder, and they went away for about a decade. Run DMC brought them back, a little bit of a lull, and then when they were all old guys, they just dominated radio and
Get
MTV.
a Grip then came out early 90s.
Just single after single after single.
Armageddon
just monster.
soundtrack.
For me on the bar mitzvah circuit, early 90s, Crying from Get a Grip.
Crying
was played at
crazy,
every bar
Annie Get a
mitzvah.
Gun
I
or
even like
whatever.
Pink.
But
I'm
the song
not ashamed to
sucked.
admit it. Pink! No, a different Pink, the song.
Oh, different.
Aerosmith had a massive comeback.
This is a very two Americas conversation.
It was,
Yes, it is.
But for the record, Aerosmith, all of that new life, second life that they got, Janie got a gun, and all that crap.
Song.
Janie's got a gun.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to veer into
You're about
trying
to
to
say it's not
sound
an incredible
hipster.
song?
All that music sucked. All that.
Coming from
40,
R.E.M. guy.
50 Are you? I
You
mean,
don't what? I thought
do
you
know
liked
any-
soft radio hits.
Do you know-
I thought you liked adult
I don't think
contemporary
you
radio
know-
hits.
What I am now learning is over these last 8 minutes, these torturous 8 minutes, is that Mike Ryan has never actually heard much REM. You've heard
Monster. What's the frequency, Kenneth? I like that. Orange Crush. Yeah, Shiny Happy People's weird. Everybody Hurts. I know all about REM.
Life's Rich
I
Pageant.
had a Batman soundtrack.
Go listen to listen to Life's Rich. What's Batman have to do with any of it?
Look, Batman's
Kissed by a Rose. What are you confusing REM with Seal?
I mean, they want to know ST.
I mean, you talk about two Americas, this conversation in Aerosmith. You got to realize that one America helped out the other America.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. Aerosmith owes everything to the other America.
Can we narrow this down to 4 bands? I want to put this on Twitter.
But also, Roy,
like, can we come up with 4 of so people can vote on what is the best
Boys.
American band?
Are we
Wu-Tang.
putting?
It's an interesting point, Roy, because one hand washed the other in a way, because it really did help hip hop pop in general. That it surfaced one of the more prominent bands. So one of the more
all right. Beach Boys, Metallica. Are we putting R.E.M. because he says it?
Actually, we should add them to the list so Dave can see what he did. Add them to the list so Dave can see exactly what he did.
If we're doing those are 3.
Mike's right,
As is always true,
right,
recency is going to win
Mike's
in a
right.
conversation
So who's
like
the
this.
fourth
You
band?
guys don't even know what
Green Day.
REM music
Green Day.
sounds like. How are you making a vote?
Is
for
that
them?
4 fine just for voting?
Beach Boys, Metallica, Green Day, REM.
I mean, it's not
Wow,
fine
man.
to me, but it's okay for the group.
How are you not? I mean, to not include the Grateful Dead is loco.
We're not including Tom Petty. I mean, is this list okay?
That's a solo.
I mean, it's a very, very white list, but I guess we're going to have to go
No
with
Earth,
this.
Wind, and Fire?
Extremely white listener.
We can do
Temptations?
the One America and then do a poll for the
Doing
other
it
America.
again. We're forgetting about Eagles. We're forgetting about Eagles.
Eagles.
All right,
Oh,
Green Day's
shoot.
off.
All right,
Eagles.
Green Day gone.
So un-American.
I want to talk about recency bias. Temptations, look them up.
Don't
Motown
tell me
band.
about the Temptations, man.
All right. While you figure out how we want
Literally.
to pose the question on Twitter, and while Jeremy continues to skate on warning everybody at the beginning of the week
Took that ass.
not allow the Miami
Just
Heat.
one more thing on REM. One more
come
thing on
on,
REM.
man.
No, one more
Panthers
thing
here.
here. If the best song that you ever made in Losing My Religion was covered better on Glee than your original version, that means you're probably not
Once
the greatest
again,
American band.
Cache mistaking saying something out loud to and equaling the truth. I mean, that's not
He does
their
that a
best
lot, by the
song.
way.
Has nothing to do with reality. That's their best song, according to whom? Somebody who hasn't heard any of their other songs?
This guy never tells the truth.
How about
Asinine.
your favorite little hockey team last night? Taking that ass in Sunrise last night, right from the get-go. Just 3 minutes into the game, your boy, your favorite Panther, our favorite Panther, everybody's favorite Panther, Panther legend Brad Marchand gets the scoring started last night. The Panthers go up 3-0. A couple of empty net goals later, a pair of goals from Marchand after hitting the post on a wide open empty net. Very embarrassing. A 5-1 victory for your Panthers. That's what I'm talking about.
How about your boy Evan Rodriguez, man? Nine shots
What a
on goal.
game.
7 in the first.
Boca Grande.
What a game he had last night. His first shorty of his career. So the Panthers know they play again tonight, though. Sabres.
You never had a shorty before?
He never had a shorty.
Wow.
Shorties are awesome. I know.
Shorties everywhere, man. Come on. You gotta get some shorties.
You know about them
We
shorties?
You saw
roll
some
out
last
his
night,
pads.
huh?
Dave, you know about them shorties?
Heard of it?
Lions.
I'm trying to go tonight to the Panther game.
I'll be there.
You are? I'm trying to. Now, when I'm trying to, I don't know if you know this. When I'm trying to go to a game, that means I'm looking for the hookup. All right? Like, if I was going to buy tickets, I'd just say I'm going to buy tickets. But I'm trying to go to the game tonight. Whenever I'm trying to go to something, it could be a game, it could be a concert. If I'm
Ethan's got
trying to
tickets.
go, that means I'm looking for the hookup.
I thought Ethan had tickets. Why are you
trying to go.
You're going to the wrong game tonight. There is one game to go to. The team with the nation's longest win streak is playing the team with the second longest win streak in the nation.
Go on.
The
No
team that is scoring more runs than anybody in the nation is hosting its arch rival in baseball. Don't get it twisted. You may be able to argue FSU and other sports, but when it comes to baseball, it is Florida undeniably. Florida, Miami, at the light. What are you doing? You shouldn't be anywhere else.
I admitted this to you guys last week. Somehow it did not make it to air, and I will just, it'll be a very shameful revelation right now. And I told you guys last week I have never been to the light.
Gotta get one of those milkshakes, man.
I've never been to the light.
To the what?
You never been to the light?
Mark Light Stadium is where the Hurricanes play
It's Alex
baseball.
Rodriguez Field at Mark
Great
Light Stadium, by
milkshakes.
the way, which is why courts
Back to
and
the
fields
field.
don't matter.
Mark Light Stadium is where the Miami Hurricanes baseball play. It's a very famous stadium as far as, South Florida goes. They very famously have,
Great milkshakes.
Yeah, the milkshakes there are the way to go. And it's essentially a landmark down here.
Famous?
I've never been.
Famously?
I'm fascinated.
Locally,
by,
Locally it's famous.
I'm surprised, but I guess that's probably part of the region's laws for a sports fan. But I'm surprised Zaz doesn't catch more flack. I root for two college football and college basketball teams, Indiana and Pitt. Grew up in one, matriculated at the other. Fascinated by Zaz, arch rivals. You go to Florida, but you
went to
root
Santa
for
Fe.
the U.
I did not go to Santa Fe.
I'm surprised you guys don't get on
I
it
was
more.
smart.
For, we do.
I went to University of Smart.
Oh,
not
guys.
Not like dumb.
We
Business
forgot about the
decision.
Jonas Brothers.
You saw the game-winning play once, but have to replay it 3 times on the way back to the hotel. Because some moments don't end at the buzzer. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.